Oh no! Look! I've fallen overboard! I'm in the water! I'm in the ocean! What am I gonna do? Oh no! There's Bluto! Help, Popeye!
Justice and art and color for all.
How about that? Wonder Woman to the rescue. Well, here we are standing in front of Hokusai's beautiful, the Great Wave, as it's called. It really is, in fact, a part of a series of looks at Mount Fuji in Japan. Here you can see Mount Fuji, in fact, a very minor portion of this because we have the wave and this wonderful sort of, and this, one of the reasons I bring this in here is because it has that element of cartoons in which the waves are sort of animated. It looks like little fingers. And of course, this has been much abused with memes recently in popular culture. But I also want to remind you about the process. Okay, and the process here is that you had a series of plates, and so there was Hokusai, but there was also the person who designed it, who drew it. There was the person who printed it. There was the person who carved the blocks, and so this was very much a group effort. And so here, what you see with these different colors is essentially, these would have been different blocks. So there would have been one block with the light blue portion, one block with the dark, one block with the sort of pale beige, one block with the sort of yellowish color that you can just see in the boats. And so this is a complex process, but it's still basically ink on paper. And so, it was something that people could afford. And so there was the great popularization of these images. This is no longer now something that, is a painting that only a few people could afford. Everybody could afford it. So it's a popularization of images, much in the same way cartoons and, graphic novels are a popularization of things. And that term it's not derogatory in any way. Popular just means of the people. And this could be of the people because it was less expensive. And also these prints made their way around the world, and they were very much collected by artists, particularly in Europe at this time. One thing that's also important to remember about this is that this print demonstrates something that's very important. We're talking about printmaking here, but this print tells us something important about the culture, and that is this culture of Japan. And you have to remember, Japan is this little tiny island that has a very heavy, strong population. It's in the middle of the zone where there are earthquakes and volcanoes and tsunamis, and so the presence of nature is something that is very, very important. And so instead of these being, narratives and those sorts of scenes, they are often about either very crowded urban conditions or these sort of the awe. We've talked about the issue of awe, awesome not being the term that everyone abuses, but literally something that inspires awe.